Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you a brief peek at the recent Great Ant Exhibition. First we'll have a little look at Ants R Us. Fun fact, Ants R Us is the place that I got my first ever queen, and it was a Mesa barbarus. I believe today they bought 26 different species, some of which being Glacis niger, but also others going all the way up to Otophila smagdina, which are Asian green weaver ants. And the keen-eyed of you, which were looking at the sheet, would have also noticed that they brought a termite colony. I don't know much about termites, but I know they're pretty cool. Unfortunately I didn't get any, as I have no idea how to care for them. But maybe next year I might, if you guys vote for it. They had tons of other cool species, and loads of genuses, Camponotus, Formica, I think they had Manica rubida, they also had Pogonomix, Badius I think. They had Tetramorium, they had everything. I mean, it was great. They even had one of the genuses which I have been craving for years. Since I started my YouTube channel, before that even, since I started ant keeping, I've always wanted these ants, and they are Odontomachus, trapdoor ants. But as you can see, there are some other really cool species. They had a few different Polyrachuses, and just then was the Otophila, which are the green weaver ants. And of course they also had Temnothorax, because acorn ants are really cool. And here are the Odontomachus and Pogonomix. I'm fairly certain that the Pogonomix are kind of like the Mesa for America. There's quite a few videos out there from lights camera ants, but really I'm just here for the Odontomachus. I just want to say thank you to Ants R Us for coming to the event and also letting me record all of the ants. I'd recommend going to their website and possibly even buying a queen. I'll leave the link in the description. Next up we got Ants on a Rock. Unfortunately he didn't bring too many things, but mostly just queens that are for starters, so like Lasius, Mesa, a few harder ones like Formica, but really just something to get you into the hobby. If you're trying to get a friend into the hobby, I definitely recommend buying from him, as apart from 2 of his species on his website, all of his species are good for beginners. I'm fairly certain. But, I mean, obviously if you're already in the hobby, you can make that judgment for yourself. Of course though, this event wasn't just filled with ants, as we also had loads of inverts, spiders, mantises and scorpions, just to name a few. All of these inverts here were from Unseen Universe. He has great selections of mantises. I mean, he had probably like 15 different species. I did end up getting one, and he also had some jumping spiders, scorpions and tarantulas, along with the enclosures you saw earlier. If you've ever had a mantis, tell me in the comments below. What species were they? How long have you had them? And how many mantises have you had? And of course the mantis that I bought will need a new name, but I'll wait until the next video so you guys can get a name for it. Then I'll put a poll up, and whichever name gets the most votes will be its new name. So I know a lot of people are arachnophobic, so if you don't want to see any spiders, skip to about 2 or 3 minutes in the future. Believe that these jumping spiders are spiderlings, or basically just baby jumping spiders, and although a ton of baby jumping spiders might sound a bit scary, it's actually really cool, because these guys are really smart. Like, I mean, when you look at them, actually like properly look at them in detail, you can see what's going on, you can see the cogs turning in their head, and that's what I love about these spiders. So I had to pick one up for myself again. But this year, instead of being a bit more afraid of my jumping spider, I'm going to try handle her a bit more and get her in some shorts so you guys can see her progress, and also so she can be a bit more social. Next week I'll be having a video on the jumping spider and mantis, which will go into a bit more detail and putting them into their new homes. All traders in the video will have their website linked in the description below, so if you want to check them out, feel free to do so. This next tool was mostly just their jumping spiders with names and also a little description, so I'll let it play out and you guys can look at them. and I believe this was their Phidippus regius, which is about a year old, and they had it in a bigger tank. Unfortunately, my camera couldn't focus on it, but it's the exact same species as my one, so if I can get a good video in the future of my one, then it will look exactly like that, I guess. As I was walking around, I did notice that there were 2 jumping spiders just chilling on top of the enclosures, and I thought they were fake, but the trader then told me they were real, which is pretty cool, I guess, as they're, well, trained enough to be able to just stay and not run away. And the last bit for spiders, there was a shop with quite a few jumping spiders, as you can see here, but they also had some accessories which you put on the side of your spider's enclosure so they can hide in it. I don't know what they're called, probably like silk hides or something, but they actually a really cool idea, and I did get one for my spider, so hopefully we can see that in an upcoming video or short. And now we're coming to the end, I thought I'd go back to Ants R Us and just show you all the accessories that they brought with them. These should all be available on their website unless they're sold out. And I actually really like the idea of these test tube feeders, as feeding test tube colonies is actually a nightmare at the moment. But they also had some tweezers, and also I think these like little orange capsules were protein, which are good for founding queens, and they also had seeds for your harvester ants. Thanks so much for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later!